What's poppin', everybody? What's going on? This is the match preview for West Brom v Arsenal, and thank you for joining. Once again, Happy New Year, and make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys click the links in the description below, and we'll move forward. Let's preview the game. Like I said, West Brom v Arsenal. Let's get into it. This game is a very important game for us because a chance to make it 3 wins in a row, something we haven't done at all this season. And for us, getting the wins is very important, and getting those points across the board, it's a necessity at this point. Every game is a must-win game, and if we win 3 games, if we win our 3rd game in a row, it's gonna help us climb the table. Because right now, with the way the league table is, it's everywhere. There's every chance that we might be in the top 10 soon. And for us to do that is very important because winning breeds confidence. And I do think we should go into this game like how we did with second half with Brighton and how we did against Chelsea for most of the game. We should approach that game intense, and Arteta needs to pick the right team. If he does that, I have no doubt we will beat West Brom. West Brom recently appointed Sam Allardyce as their manager, and they're trying to get out of a relegation battle because they've sacked Slaven Bilic, and they're trying to find a solution because they know if they don't fix up, they will get relegated this season. And actually, Sam Allardyce's first game was against Liverpool at Anfield, and he took points off of them. Even though the next game he got smashed by Leeds United 5-0, but we can't go into this game taking everything for, we can't take everything for granted. We have to be careful, and we have to just smash these guys. You know what I mean? If we start quick, then we'll slap them up. Easy. And Aladici won't know what hit him quickly. And as far as the lineup goes, I'm expecting a very similar lineup to how we went against Brighton and against Chelsea. The only changes I would make is in the front, but we will get into that. So right now, we're sitting 13th in the league, but we're only 6 points behind Chelsea, who are in 6th, I believe. So the league table is actually a weird place. I believe we're only 9 points off Leicester, who were like 3rd or 4th, and it's actually a mad league. And if we start getting points across, and if these teams start dropping points, the ones above us, then there's every chance we're going to start climbing the table. And I'm not delusional to think, we're going to get top 4. I don't think so. I do think the best way to get Champions League this season is through Europa League, and the only way actually we're going to advance through the Europa League is if we actually start winning games in the Prem and we start getting confidence, because it's at that stage of the season now where Arteta can't afford to play a weakened team in the Europa League and thinking he could get away with it. You know what I mean? Now you're not going to face farmer teams all the time. There's some good teams that are going to come up and you're going to face them. So he needs to be aware of that. Now, as the game itself, I expect West Brom to be really negative. Like, for them, considering they got slapped up by Leeds 5-0, I'm expecting them to even go, I'm expecting them to go for a draw, because for them that's a good result. And the way Aladici is going to set up against us, he's probably going to play 2 banks of 4 and 2 up front to steady the ship, and they're going to be really hard to break down. And I think if we don't go hard from the first minute, it's going to be really hard to break these guys down. And we need to be really good in transition, as well as we need to have good players in our team that are willing to keep the ball but also be good in the transition, release the ball quick to our forward players. And that if we do that, we can break them down, and we need to play the right players that are capable of unlocking the game for us. So as far as the starting lineup goes, I expect, like I said, a very similar starting 11 as the ones that played the previous 2 matches. I would make 1-2 changes. Only reason because of the opposition and the kind of tactics they're going to go with. In goal, I'm going to go with Leno. Doesn't really make sense to change him. And last game against Brighton, he was amazing, as he was against Chelsea. The Brighton game, he didn't have much to do in the second half, but in the first half, he made key saves. The back four, I'm going to go with Mari. I don't think Gabriel's fit, so I'm going to go with Mari on the left-hand side of that center back. And on the right-hand side, I'm on the right of that center back, I'm going to go with Rob Holding. Then I'm going to go with the fullbacks, Tierney and Bellerin. I think that's what Arteta's going to go with. I mean, Bellerin hasn't been playing that bad. So, listen, while he's playing good, might as well just, let him play there. The midfield, now this is where I would make a change. And I've been saying this for time. It's time to drop one of them, either Xhaka or El Neni. One of them you have to drop. Especially against a team this negative. You can't play with two holding midfielders. You can't. It doesn't make sense. So drop one of them, play Ceballos or Willock or Maitland-Niles, either one next to either Xhaka or El Neni. Then it will be a much more better game for us. So in my opinion, I think we should go with Xhaka and Ceballos, because that's a good partnership that they've already formed from last season, especially towards the end. And going into this season, maybe they can unlock that again for us. And I do think Ceballos is more reliable going in the transition than El Neni is. So I would drop El Neni. And then in front of them, I would go with Emil Smith-Rowe as the number 10, because listen, this guy, he's coming to the team and he's made so many key plays for us, and he's made so many differences. Like, the energy he's bringing to this team is amazing. So I would keep him in there. No reason why we should drop him. Emil Smith-Rowe in the number 10 role. On the left hand side, I would go with Martinelli. Keep him. The Brighton game, he was kind of quiet. I mean, in the second half, he did come alive for a little bit. But listen, this guy's just coming back from injury, and the way he's brought so much energy and enthusiasm to this team, not just within the team, but also the fans. You got to keep him in there. And yeah, Martinelli on the left, Saka on the right. Listen, like I said, this guy, doesn't matter where you play him. You could play him anywhere on that field. He will do you a job, and he'll be the man of the match. So Bukayo Saka on the right wing, he's been our man of the match the last 2 matches playing there. Just keep him there, keep the momentum going, and get our third W. You know what I mean? And up front, this is where I'm going to make a change. Lacazette, I'm going to start him. Only reason because, listen, Aubameyang is just coming back from an injury, and the last game he started against Brighton, he didn't look like himself. He's going to take time to come back. So I do think we should start with Lacazette, considering he scored 3 goals in his last 3 games, and got to keep that momentum going for him. So I do think we should start with Lacazette. Aubameyang is going to have his chances to start and get back in the team. Let's be real. We have the FA Cup fixture against Newcastle, and that would be the perfect game for him to start. So listen, I'll go with Lacazette up front. So that's the team I'm going with. So let me say that again. I'm going with Leno. I'm going with Mari and Rob Holding as the 2 center backs. The 2 full backs I'm going with is Tierney and Bellerin. And then in the midfield, I'm going with Xhaka and Ceballos. In front of them, I'm going with Smith-Rowe as the number 10. On the left-hand side, Martinelli. On the right-hand side, Saka. And up front, Alexandre Lacazette. That's the team I'm going with. And I think that team is very much good enough to beat this West Brom side, break them down, and get our 3rd win on the bounce, something we haven't done since the start of the season. So we need to start, we need to get those points. So this team is capable of doing that. Thank you for watching this. I will be doing a live stream tomorrow. Hopefully we have a better luck with this than we had the last 2 streams. So make sure you guys follow and subscribe to the Twitch channel at the 86 Official. Follow all the links in the description below. Follow all the social media. My personal one at TheRealAbel99 everywhere. Make sure you guys click that, follow that, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for coming. Peace out until I see you guys. Let's say it one more time. Come on, you Gunners.